Hey everybody, welcome in to the latest edition of Inside the Den. Excited to have you here. Excited to catch you up on all things Wallace State athletics here today. Got a busy show, lots of stuff going on. 9 Wallace State sports currently competing in their championship season, along with a few others in some scrimmage and off-season play. So lots to catch you up on. Looking forward to getting you caught up on that. We also have a interview today with Alexander and Angel. A visit with 2 of our top men's tennis players currently playing on the 8th ranked Wallace State tennis team. And it would be great to get you caught up on a visit with those 2 guys coming over here from European countries and their experience here at Wallace State. Very interesting interview. Looking forward to letting you guys hear what those guys had to say. And we'll also get you to a catch-up on where the Lions, the men's and women's basketball Lions, sit in the current standings and what's coming up next in the Den. So lots to get to today, and let's get right into it. Okay, now let's get you caught up on Lions on the Hunt, where the Lions sit currently in the ACC standings. 4 teams currently in the thick of conference play. Our men's and women's tennis and men's and women's basketball, all in the mix and going in those. Women's tennis currently 5-0 and atop the standings with Coastal Alabama South right behind them at 5-1. Obviously, Wallace State won that game, their one match against each other here at Wallace. They won that, so they've got a little bit of a cushion there, but currently atop those standings with a 1-game lead over Coastal South. Men's tennis, similar there, where Wallace State currently 5-0, and Coastal South 6-1, along with a couple other teams with only 1 loss, but just a few wins in Marion and Bevel, as those standings will continue to take shape as teams play games against each other down the stretch. Women's basketball, as mentioned, with Wallace State getting the most recent win over Shelton State. Those 2 teams currently sit 10-1 and tied for first place with just 3 games left, and the most likely scenario being that those 2 teams share a regular season championship and have to decide the first seed with a coin toss, as all tiebreakers currently look to be not able to be broken through the regular tiebreaking procedure. So looking like that one will come down to a coin flip for the first seed in their tournament, and with just 3 games left. Men's basketball, last team in a very, very competitive league. Shelton currently with a 1-game lead over Gadsden State and Bishop State at 8-3. Wallace State sitting at 6-5, 1 game out of 1 game in the loss column out of second place, 2 out of first, but 3 games left. Wallace the Lions look to be able to secure second place and potentially a bye in the conference tournament if they're able to win their remaining 3 games, which consist of Coastal, Alabama South on the road, Calhoun at home, and Lawson State at home. Same 3 games left for women's basketball. And again, if they win, the most likely scenario for the women is they end up in a tie with Shelton State and a coin flip for the first seed. So looking forward to those exciting matchups ahead, and we'll highlight those in our next segment as we go through what's next in the Den. Hey everybody, welcome in. We're gonna honored to visit today with Angel, and I'm not gonna try his last name again. I've butchered it too many times, but we're honored to visit with Angel here, who has come to Wallace State from France to compete on the men's tennis team. So welcome, Angel, and go ahead and let's pronounce your name correctly so everybody knows how to say it.
Okay, so thanks for having me today. So my name is Angel Gautier, and I'm from France.
From France. What part of France?
I live close to the south. The biggest city, maybe, I don't know if you know, it's Lyon,
Yeah.
but my city is Valence.
Okay. Okay. So awesome. So I just want to say, like I said, around being around college athletics, you guys, um, you and Alexander, who we're gonna visit with later, will be on the episode as well, and um, coming over to America to a place where you don't speak the language, you've never really eaten the food, there's no family here, you've got no real connection. You're coming over here all by yourself. I think it's very commendable what you guys do, and I don't, you know, it's not talked about enough. There's probably very few, if any, American kids who would do what you guys do and go to another country and do that and experience the culture the way you guys do. Um, so a lot of respect and a lot of admiration for what you guys do. But I want to kind of go because I know the system over there is a little different, and there's not really a school and athletics connection in Europe and in really any part of the world like there is in America. So I know there's a lot of things here that you can get other places. But I want to go back, and I want you to kind of walk us through how you got started in tennis and what led you kind of here to Wallace State.
Okay. So yeah, so my mom was tennis coach. Probably that's the reason why I started to play tennis. I was born on the court, so
Yeah.
that's been a lot for me. I used to play tennis and soccer at the same time, and I need to choose when I was like 13 years old, maybe. So I choose for tennis because of my mom or probably my family tell me continue, it's better. So yeah, tennis since 3 years old. And after that, the deal was after high school, should I go to America directly or no? And probably at 18, my family don't let me go like so far away. So I just go to the university in France during 3 years, doing like physical education, something like this. And after that, I was okay. I want to try something new, something different, and I really want to continue to play tennis. So that's why I came here, and I made video with my agent, and coach show me like, and try to text me, and that's why I'm here now.
Yeah, yeah, no, I know a little bit of experience. So you have an agency that kind of helped you make a video to kind of get the college coaches over here, and Coach Garner saw it and kind of
Exactly.
reached out to you from there. Yeah. So those you don't know, like Angel's a very good tennis player. Um, here at Wallace, just kind of showed up and is playing in the number one or the number two spot for tennis. I think maybe two,
I mean,
one, two.
we see.
Kind of go back and
For
forth.
for now, it's two. Yeah.
So, um, so I like it. So and got a chance really, eighth ranked team in the entire country in NJCAA right now. And I think the best team in the division that you guys will be competing in, or the highest ranked team in the division you'll be competing in the national tournament as of right now. Undefeated 5-0 start to the season. So kind of tell us about your experience with Wallace tennis. I think you were here last spring, coming back this spring to compete. Kind of tell us about what you've enjoyed about it. I know obviously doing a lot of winning, finished top 15 last year, and team was seventh in the nation. So kind of tell us what you've enjoyed about it. What's been the most fun part about being here at Wallace State?
Okay. So yeah, when I came last year, uh, it was a very huge team, like big guy in the team, and the goal was to just go like play best as we can and win the nationals. And I think my best memory was when we win the conference. Probably not because of the matches, because team were very huge last year. So just I don't know, celebrate with the team was amazing. And after that, go to the nationals, and it was probably my best nightmare from last year. Like
Yeah.
doing very bad at nationals, and that's why I probably came back, and I really want to win this year and
Yeah.
don't leave the same as last year.
So a disappointing showing at Nationals last year.
It was very disappointing.
Yeah. But a great I think that's important. Like, there's a lot of sports, and tennis comes to mind. Golf is another one that comes to mind. It's a very individualized sport, right? It's you versus another person. But in college, and maybe you can help, but I imagine Europe, it's a very individualized thing, and even in juniors, I think in America, it's a very individualized deal. But when you get to the rare opportunities you get to do it with a team, I think is special. So kind of elaborate more on that. Why do you think it's the amount of international team? Because you have a lot of international teammates that all come here to play tennis, or why is that so special to tennis players and to you guys in particular?
Like,
Get to celebrate with a team like that.
because at home we have international, but like inter club, and we play for one club. It's just like for 1 month. Yeah, you play for the whole year, like semester 1, semester 2.
Yeah.
And we try to like give the best as we can as a single, but the most important is like to be with the team, celebrate like each match, each win with every guy, and at the end when we beat like a lot of team, huge team, just celebrate like the last match, the clinch match. Just yeah, that's mean. I never like celebrate like this at home, and I start to celebrate more here, and I really like it. I enjoy it.
Yeah. Yeah. So I want to talk about the team because we were visiting a little bit before, and I think this year of the 14 guys on your team, I think 11 are not from America. They're international students, and kind of from lots of different countries. I think maybe even. So kind of talk about the bond with those guys, because I know you're all going through similar things. You might come from different countries, but we're all going through similar things of kind of experiencing America, and kind of talk a little bit about that. You guys get together to talk bad about us stupid Americans a lot, or how does that go?
I think the first thing we talk about is probably the food. I mean, there is too many fast food here, and
So awful. Our food here is terrible.
I don't know if it's not terrible, but too many fast food. Yeah, we need to eat vegetables or more pasta. So yeah, no, I think the food is like a big subject, and after that, what can I say? Probably the truck on the road too. Like the truck are very big here.
Oh yeah, the trucks. Yeah,
way different than home, because if you drive a big truck at home, you can. I mean, the road is too little, so you cannot fit the truck in the road. So yeah, probably food and truck, and maybe I don't know, but that's the main thing, I think.
So the gas bill and is a tough deal. Tell me your. I want you to tell me your favorite thing about being in America or being at Wallace State.
Just
Not tennis. You can't say playing tennis. You got something other than playing.
I mean, first thing, like travel, because I never travel so far than home, and that's very good experience. Try to know different person, meet a good person, and learn English too, because it's very important. When I left home, I was okay. I can speak English, but I'm terrible at English. So I really enjoy came here and try to speak with people. Sometimes I don't want to speak because I'm too shy, and I don't want to speak terrible. But I need to improve, and I mean that's very good thing.
We're doing an incredible job. You're doing way better than I ever would in any other language. So, like I said, very very impressive what you guys do. So, tell us. I think people will probably be interested in this. What was your experience with English prior to getting your? I mean, I think a lot of places over there teach it in school and things. So, what was your experience with the language before moving?
Before I came here,
Yeah.
I mean, we start to learn English in middle school and high school, but that's all. Like we never practice in real life, just at school. And when I came here, it was a shock. So we speak English as first language, and we have second language. So I took Italian at school, but English is very important, and that's why I came here. Yeah. For me, it's a big deal to
no
speak good.
No choice but to learn English. There's nobody speaking French
some people can speak, and the accent is different too. So yeah,
no doubt. Yeah, the English you learn in the school book in France,
right?
Not what we speak, right?
It's probably some British, but American is different. I think I prefer American than British.
Yeah, easier to speak.
Yeah, it's easier to understand maybe.
Okay. Okay. I like it. What? Tell me. Give me one of your funniest or maybe most entertaining story from the tennis team over the last year and a half-ish now?
The funny thing, I won't say it was probably during the spring break last year when we got to the beach. It was like so good. But with the tennis team, all the guy, probably when we play like a team low, very lower than us, and one of our guy was, it was very difficult for him to win, and all the guy were at the fence and just saying, let's go, let's go, let's go. And he was, guy, I doing my best, but not today.
Just couldn't do it, huh?
Yeah, it was funny.
I love it. I love it. Well, listen, thanks for your time. I appreciate it. We're looking forward for big things from you and Alexander and the rest of the team. And I think we've all got high hopes, and I know you guys are searching for another national championship. So best of luck, and
Thank you.
appreciate you being here.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, welcome back, everybody. Here again, continuing our Wallace State tennis. Get to know you. We're here with Alexander now. Alexander is another international student. Just got here in the fall of this year, and looking to add to the strong team as they contend for a national title here in the spring. Alexander, thanks for being here. I didn't even attempt to pronounce your name, so let's tell everybody where you're from, how you got here, and then I want you to pronounce your whole name in Polish. Correct? Is that
Danish and
Danish?
Polish.
It's Danish and
Mostly Danish.
mostly Danish. Okay, so let's hear it.
Okay, so in Danish it would be Alexander Grube Andersen,
Okay,
but Grube is the one I go with the last name.
that's the English one that we understand.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I kind of mentioned it in the visit with Angel, but a lot of respect for what you guys do. That they'll be hearing that. So, kind of tell us your journey here, from your home country.
So I started playing tennis when I was 4 years old because my dad he is my tennis coach, and he was the first one I got. And my older sister, she was also playing already. She's 3 years older, and she's also playing for a college now in the US.
Okay.
So we were like a big tennis family. My mom also used to play, and now my younger sister is also playing.
So tennis is the family business then.
Yeah,
Where's your sister play?
she plays in Louisiana for a Division 1 school.
What, Louisiana?
It's called Nicholls State.
Nichols. Okay.
Yeah. So I just played tennis my whole life, and I was also doing some swimming and running, but for my dad, the plan was for me to play tennis. And when I was 13, I was really good in the nation, and I played for the national team. But then I was kind of the best in my region, and it was difficult to find good players to play with. And then after I graduated high school, I decided to come to the US to play with better players.
Yeah. No, it's an exciting deal. I know. Like I said, that's a big deal going, and came in here, and now you guys are playing 1 and 2 on the 8th ranked team in the country. So lots of fun. Tell us, kind of seems like that was kind of our plan all along, was to kind of come over here and get an education, and so plan now, play at Wallace, do the best you can, win a national title, move on to try to go like your sister and play at a Division 1 institution, and finish your education here. That the plan?
Yeah. So in Denmark, it's a smaller country, so there's like some good players, but not many. So when you get to a certain level, the plan is to go to the US to play college tennis, and then you can come back and try and go pro. But it's very expensive from the beginning, right after high school, to try and go pro, and it's also more difficult because you have like 4 years less to practice and improve.
So come here, play tennis, get better, improve against better players, and then maybe go back, and maybe that helps you with some sponsorships and some other things to help with the cost of playing pro tennis.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
Yeah, awesome. Well, Great deal. So kind of tell me, I know a little bit newer. You just got to Wallace in the fall, so kind of just learning. What was your experience with the English language prior to getting here?
So in Denmark, we do practice English, but we don't practice it that much. Only in school. The way I like actually got better at speaking English was playing video games. But I stopped playing it at like 16, maybe 17.
Yeah.
And then I just played some tournaments like in Germany at the border. And then I had to speak English. But apart from that, then I didn't really speak that much. So when I came to the US, I was a bit rusty, but I then improved within the first month.
Yeah. It's amazing when nobody else knows, when you have to do it, it's amazing how fast you learn it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's awesome. I mean, so what I gotta ask. So a lot of people don't realize, but when you mean playing video games, you're talking about playing online,
Yeah.
and chatting with people online, and maybe some people don't realize that they're listening. But tell me your game of choice when you're learning online.
Back then, when I started playing, it was Fortnite, but then I was like, okay, I don't really want to play. It's boring, and then I just stopped. I got older, and I didn't really want to play. And my dad was also like, you need to focus more on tennis instead of playing video games.
See, mom and dad, they can learn things from video games. It just has to be a different language. Maybe make them go on a chat room in France, and maybe they'll learn, or Denmark, and they'll learn a different language. Maybe. No, I'm just kidding. But that's a really neat deal. Like I said, I think it's very impressive when you guys come over here, and learn the language that way. I think it's, again, it's not something many American kids would do, is to go and learn and go put themselves in a situation where they're incredibly uncomfortable. Because I'm sure it was very, very uncomfortable for you to come over here and not know the language. And so I commend you a lot for that. Give me it. So we got to play several matches in the fall, correct? You guys played lots of matches and off to a good start in the spring, which is, for tennis, spring is kind of the championship season when everything needs to be at its peak. So give me your best story and your what you've enjoyed the most over the last semester and a month or so here as we get into this one.
So actually, last week we had like a pretty crazy match. I was the last guy playing, and it got a little bit heated because I played him last semester, and I beat him pretty bad. So when I played him this semester, I was a bit nervous because I wanted to beat him big again. But because I was nervous, I lost the first set. And then the second set, I made a comeback. But on the set point, I called the ball out, and it was like 3 centimeters, 1 inch out. But for him, he couldn't really see it, so he thought it was in. So when we came to the third set, I had match point at 9-8. I hit a winner, and everybody started clapping. And then he called it out, and everybody was like, "What? Did you call that ball out?" And then I couldn't do anything, so I had to keep going. And then I ended up winning 13-11, and the whole team just came running onto the court and celebrating. And it was pretty fun, even though.
So that's a really cool moment, and it gives me an opportunity to kind of explain a little bit, like, because what you mentioned there is what's unique about tennis and to a lot of sports is you guys call your own lines. You guys call your own lines, and you play 2 sets, and then if it's tied after 2, you play 2 full sets to 6 games. And correct me whenever I screw up here, but you play 2 full sets to 6 games, and then the last one is a super tiebreaker to 10 points. So have to win by 2, obviously, and so you go. So you have to go 13-11, and there was a ball that you guys thought won it at 10-8. Is that right?
Yeah, I was up 9-8, and then I would have won 10-8, but he called the ball out, and then we had to keep playing.
Yeah.
And then I came down match point, but then I made a comeback, and then
Gotcha. So awesome. So yeah, so that's a really cool moment with your teammates there that you guys got to celebrate, and I think that's important. I think that's like I said, and we touched on it a little bit. Talk about that though, from your perspective, kind of the team aspect of tennis and the aspect of your team where there's 11 of your 14, on the men's scene, 11 of the 14 guys are international, and talk about how that's kind of helped you in making the transition here to America this year.
So yeah, 11 out of 14 are international. So they are almost the whole team is going through the same as me, coming to a whole different country, and you have never been here probably, and then trying to adjust and speak a different language for most of us. That's pretty difficult. I remember like when I started first semester in math and biology, it was pretty difficult to understand some of the words they said, but you get used to it, and yeah.
Yeah. Tell me, has the language been the biggest adjustment, or is there something else?
The biggest adjustment is probably the food.
The food.
Yeah, because in my country it's they're farmers and they have like really good quality, and here the food tastes good, but I had to make an adjustment. I remember my stomach was not feeling good the first week, but then
You trying to say the ingredients in our food are bad?
yeah.
Yeah, no, I think there's a lot of stuff in the news about that right now, but and trying to get that under control. No, that's I think that's so. So the food's the biggest adjustment. Is that have you been able to you've been able to find anything that you really? Let me ask you this: have you been able to find anything that you really like to eat here that maybe you couldn't get back home?
Something that I couldn't get back home is probably some sweets like Sour Patches. They don't really exist in Denmark, but other things that I like here are eggs and steaks.
Yeah,
That tastes good.
they don't make steaks that way back in Denmark.
No, not really. Some of them, but
Yeah,
it's good here also.
that's awesome. That's awesome. Well, what else is it? Anything else? Tell me. I got one more for you. We kind of covered your favorite moment in tennis. Give me your biggest surprise about being in America. What were you not expecting?
So back in Denmark, the tennis is very formal, and when you're playing, you win a point, you maybe do like a fist pump, but you don't do anything else. And here, if you win a point, we practice almost like really getting loud and screaming, "Come on!"
Yeah,
And that is like a really big contrast to the Danish way, where it's very quiet and you don't really celebrate as much.
yeah,
And also the team spirit. Back in Denmark, we mostly play individual matches, and then we have like the club we play for, but that's like a side part. And here, the team is like the most important part, and your individual match is like the secondary part.
yeah,
So the team spirit.
yeah. Awesome. Well, that's great. We're glad to have you, and I appreciate your time today, and we look forward to keeping up with you guys as you kind of head down to your season here, and hopefully bringing us another conference championship and another national championship here to Wallace State. So thanks for being here, and good luck to you.
Thank you.
Let's get you caught up on what's next in the Den and what the Lions have coming over the weekend and into the start of next week. This Thursday, softball will continue a Florida swing at St. John's River College with a doubleheader versus them in Lakeside, Florida. That will start at noon Central Time. Men's and women's basketball will travel to Coastal Alabama, South in Bay Minette, Alabama, with the women tipping at 5:30, men to follow at 7:30 in one of their last 3 conference tilts of the year down there. On Friday, February 27th, men's tennis at Marion Military Institute for a 1 p.m. start time there in Marion, Alabama, as they look to extend their perfect conference record in that matchup. Saturday, baseball will play at home versus Northeast Mississippi Community College. That's a doubleheader with first game scheduled to start at 1 p.m. with a second game to follow. Men's and women's tennis at Asbury University in Sewanee, Tennessee. That on Saturday as well, with the start time to be determined based upon the weather. And then Sunday, March 1st, men's golf opens their spring competitions with a at the Point University Invitational in West Point, Georgia. Men's and women's tennis continue their match at Sewanee in Sewanee, Tennessee, and baseball returns the trip to Northeast Mississippi Community College with a game scheduled for 1 p.m. Over there in Booneville, Mississippi. So lots going on. Then on Monday, the Lions will return home. The basketball Lions will return home to face cross town, cross the street, cross county, I guess, rival Calhoun, with the women scheduled for 5:30 there, men to follow at 7:30. Make sure to mark your calendar for all those home events. Come out and support the Lions where you can. That's all we've got for this episode of Inside the Den. Thanks for joining us. We appreciate you being here and keeping up to date with all the Lion athletics. Be sure to like, follow, and subscribe on YouTube and Spotify so you never miss an episode of this podcast. Also, a quick note, make sure to follow all our sports programs on X, Instagram, Facebook to keep up to date with all the schedule changes. Lots of spring sports happening outdoors, and schedule changes are not infrequent. So make sure you keep up to date with that, and you can follow along with anything that updates on all those sites. And until next time, go Lions.